Cool. Well, definitely welcome everyone, and we'll go right into our recaps. Tonight, we're gonna kick off with Matt. Actually, immediately put you on the
Uh,
spotlight. If you don't have like things from the past that you want to bring up, perhaps questions too about the sessions you missed. We did, like I said, like you mentioned, one whole session got failed to be recorded. So if you have any questions about what happened and what you missed, or about the previous session that you had listened to, that's totally fine too.
yeah. I do know one thing because, from what I could tell, the servo was not in the most recent one, which is fine. I understand because I'm not there. I just don't know what happened, like where she went in between that. Um,
Yeah.
but good on Pie Guy for using her. It was very fun to see her do various things and threaten a statue. Um, Yeah, re-listen to that Arcadaloth fight. That's those things are nuts. But it seems that there's a lot of amber golems. Makes sense. There's an amber temple. And we've gone through. I don't know how to say his name. Let me read it again. What is his name? Valinius? Yeah, I already don't trust this guy. I mean, it's just goes to show that a lot of people are here trying to throw in offerings, and it does sound like this is the place where good old Strahd got his power from. But it seems that either we still not 100% on which one he took, or at least from what I heard, but that there's multiple, and it seems I see some things have happened in Asia. Of course, I'm not there for it in character, so that'll be a fun interaction. Um, and from what I heard, I didn't really show off the curse that had been inflicted on me yet, so still an opportunity for that. Um, but from what I can tell, we're still in the Amber Temple, and we're getting close towards the end. But it's taken a bit of its toll so far.
Indeed, yeah, it's been a very difficult situation, but we guys are handling it. No deaths, which is nice. Some sacrifices were certainly made, and yeah, I feel like you guys are pretty certain at least one of the ones that Strahd took, the vampire. But other outside that, we don't know which other ones he has taken. Um, maybe you can surmise if you, who knows. And indeed, Nisha herself has had some changes. In fact, I'll go ahead and reveal this, uh, and some very, very real changes going on with Nisha.
All right, now how do I paint skeletons with hair? That's going to be fun to figure out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was really missing you, dude, because when you Google skeleton with hair, the options are limited. Very.
I was just like, if I had known, I would have tried to whip something up.
I'm waiting for a picture for my spirit guardians as spirit wolves.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll have to. I mean, they're just see-through wolves, though. Wouldn't they be?
Well, I mean, if you Google it, there's not really a lot of options. Not for like a whole circle of wolves.
That's true. I'll just draw each individual wolf. Give them all names. Oh man, that's got to be fun.
Yeah, definitely a new visual appearance for that. And Serva would have. Serva essentially has had a calling, and the whole time that you've been hiking up to Mount Gakis, you've been kind of having these visions and these feelings towards the spirit of Argynvost, and you were trying to follow those instincts up to the mountain. So where Serva was last session, essentially, you guys agreed to meet back up at these ruins outside the Amber Temple when it came time for night. But you were going to go hike and try to follow this calling of sorts and see what you could find.
Gotcha. You want me to roll something for that then?
Yeah, sure. You can give me a survival with advantage, since it's kind of a calling to you as well. You have a bit of guidance. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll reveal what you found.
Gotcha. Yeah. I understand. I'm not there, so I don't mind waiting. But yeah, that's what I can remember and discern without saying too much. But it's gonna be good to be back.
Glad to have you back, man. Go ahead and take your inspiration, and we'll see who will continue our recaps. Next will be Dimitri, if you don't mind continuing our recaps. Kind of fill in the gaps from last session.
Yeah, we. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming through good. Oh, maybe I jinxed it.
Yeah, it's weird. Mondays when we play a game, he's perfectly fine, but then on Thursdays, his computer wants to act up. Or his mic wants to act up.
Anyone died in your guys' campaign? What? Oh, that's right. You're playing the Sea Marsh one, right?
Yeah.
One of Deathstroke's magical items came with the curse of Mike Doom.
As it does. Better have some good effects for that.
No pressure at all right now, Deathstroke. Feel free to take the time you need for your mic. We'll go ahead and move on with recaps, and we'll come back to you. Elward, if you don't mind continuing our recaps.
Yeah, searching through each room of the Amber Temple, we find, of course, more and more rooms containing, I want to say, maybe imprisoned spirits or entities or deities of different powers and different motivations. As a player, it's obvious like, oh, we don't want to mess with that stuff, or this is obviously not good for you. So let's not take this power. But character-wise, all these entities and powers saying that they'll bring back lost loved ones, or they'll give you eternal life to seek knowledge. Even as a human being, hearing that, I wouldn't even know what to do hearing that. So it was interesting to see how characters respond to each of the powers that were sold. But yeah, Lennon, if law wasn't for you, you have an interesting career in salesman, as you're doing some good pitching for all these powers and packs. But yeah, it was interesting to see how the characters responded, especially Nisha accepting the gift that she got. And it's interesting to see if more gifts or more opportunities arise for power is given to our characters and how we respond to them when we're in dire need of strength to defeat Strahd. And yeah, it was interesting playing as Serva. I saw what she was going through, and I didn't want to like ruin it for the party, so I just said like the curse was prolonged for now. And yeah, it's interesting playing other people's like melee characters, because I'm usually play mages or backline characters, aside from some instances where I play Deathstroke's monk. But yeah, it was interesting to threaten a statue to bow down and to surrender. It's always interesting the different dynamics between melee and backline characters.
Yeah, it's good to have a bit of versatility to that experience. It's always fun to dabble in a different style character than what your go-to is. I I appreciate the compliment. And I've been waiting and waiting to see if any of your characters would bite on any of these offers of power, these vestiges kind of calling out to you. But only one, and it was more of a pure action. I mean, maybe there was a little bit of intent to it, but it seemed a very purest reason for accepting it versus the selfish or the desire for power, the desire for growth beyond heroic means. But thank you so much. Take your inspiration. I actually did work in sales before law, if you can believe it. Finally. But we'll
As a
see.
character, I like the lich one, and then as a player, I like the dogs one because I like dogs.
Oh yeah, there's so many cool ones.
There's a dog deal? Oh, man.
Yeah, hellhounds, and I think just being able to speak to certain dogs, but more in the line still of hellhounds.
I was definitely disappointed that Serva wasn't there because I felt like Serva probably would have signed up for something.
Yeah.
It's not too late.
It's true. It's never too late.
Definitely not too late. I won't ruin the Hellhound one, what you would have got, or what the cost was just yet, just in case. But lots of cool ones, lots of very, very interesting gifts. I think you go ahead and take your inspiration, and we'll continue our recaps. Next will be Nisha, if you don't mind continuing our recaps.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard. I don't think really anything happened. JK.
I was waiting.
Nisha. Yeah, no, I had to pause long enough on Discord for it to. Nisha had an I think the Amber Temple has been kind of a thematic role playing sort of lead up for Nisha, specifically with her brother Casimir being the broken record of trying to get there. So hopefully it felt fulfilling to everybody, just kind of the story arc, because I think it was fulfilling for me to get to kind of play out, not knowing exactly how Casimir was going to respond in the moment, but having a sensation of her stepping in that place was a very fun sort of background character build up as per her story, and the story of both their family with the sister Petrina, and of course with the clan of Duskells having been as decimated as it's been. So it felt very rewarding to kind of hit that point of narrative story, and now she gets to I guess kind of pay a continued price as her life has been for the past some odd years here in Barovia, dealing with the Curse of Strahd. That being said, Ice Staff, loving this thing, but pretty sure we're gonna run into that jackass villainous at some point in time. So yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, there's some intention towards that very powerful staff you've got, but it's awesome. You got to enjoy it while you have it. But yeah, an incredibly transitive moment as you described. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. It caught me off guard that you took such a forward action with that moment, but it was all the more rewarding. I definitely enjoyed it. Thank you. Go ahead and take your inspiration. And Winrel, if you don't mind continuing our recaps.
Yeah, one sec. Okay, so one of the things that was particularly memorable for me was the fight where we thought we came up with a nice little plan and had a strategic advantage. We opened the door. There was the skulls. I think Elward or Dimitri shut the door, and then the skulls just decided to come out from I guess the arrow slits or whatever into the room, behind us, and so I think they ended up engaging first with Elward, who was like hanging back because he didn't want to get attacked by them. And everybody rushed around the corner to fight them. Winrel, frustrated both with the fact she's always last because her initiative sucks, and once again not going to be in melee range for a fight, decided screw it and went to go see if there was anything else in the room. There was 3 like catacomb things, so she decided to destroy those, see what happened. Seemingly, while they were burning, the spirits were like begging for her to stop. But then once the catacombs were broken, or sarcophaguses, I guess, were broken, they were like thankful and happy, and the rest of the party gave her shit about it.
Yeah, that was such an interesting, almost like divide a bit in whether or not to break the sarcophagus or not, and what the effect of it would be. But I like that Winrel stuck to her guns, and you blasted quite a few of them, including the vampire one, which was very bold. And yeah, that was a hilarious moment. We kept trying to solve these room encounters by just reclosing the door, resealing it. The flame skulls though had the shaft they could go out of, and indeed that was fun. Thank you. Go ahead and take your inspiration. And we still don't have Deathstroke. It seems like his computer is frozen as well. Well, hopefully that gets fixed sooner than later. Any questions or thoughts before we move back into session? No long rest yet. Oh, you did have a long rest in the session 30 that we didn't record.
Oh, okay. I'll just reset my stuff then.
Cool. Yeah, because you would have been mostly just hiking today. Maybe you had to fight off a winter wolf. But nothing too crazy. Okay, cool. Hopefully Dimitri will return shortly, but otherwise we'll move right back into session. And Serv, I'm gonna give you control of Rudolph, and I'll control Dimitri, if you don't mind.
Gotcha. I don't see him.
Yeah, just gotta update the little his vision and control.
Gotcha. Oh, there it is. So now I just can't see the rest of everything. But
is it black, or do you have the room?
It's black. I see. Oh, there it is. It's just taking a minute to load or something.
Yeah, his vision's been weird. For Dimitri, but hopefully it's working out now.
Yeah, I can see the room.
Cool. So, clearly I did not have my notes right on the page we were supposed to be on when I moved us over here, but
we just defeated vampire.
Indeed, we've just defeated the vampire spawns. These crates surrounding the room all burst open with 6 vampire spawn that all seemed to immediately run towards Dimitri as he hoisted the sun sword up into the air, burning them with this radiant sunlight. The sarcophagus of vampire, the amber sarcophagus, have been shattered. You still see the ones Zudun and the one to the south, the one that promised lichdom. Tenebris. Otherwise, we have the cracks back in the southeast part of the wall that lead back towards where the amber golem stands motionless, and this golden marble staircase that spirals up to the floor above.
Elward looks a little injured. I'm just gonna cure wound. That's toward Elward.
As I'm getting cured, I kind of like look at Nisha and I kind of look at her up and down, analyzing her. Not really getting used to what I'm seeing. Just a little bit cautious.
I don't think it'll get any. I don't think it'll get any better the longer.
No, it won't. But it is still something to behold.
That much is true. And she'll even kind of take a minute to kind of take in her appearance, looking down kind of at her.
Well, take some time. It is obviously changed you in many ways.
This won't come out but anything but rude, but I don't think, even in Barovia, I think your appearance will cause a lot of attention. Do you want a mask?
I appreciate the offer, but I think I'll be all right. And then I'll cast Disguise Self, and you'll see the image kind of shimmer back into a seemingly normal-looking Nisha look, albeit maybe a bit more.
Okay, very well.
I'll get by for now. I appreciate the offer.
Very well. Quite the assortment of characters I've aligned myself with.
Well, at the very least, you shouldn't question our results.
No, I can't. And you guys have put up with traveling around a puppeteer. I guess I could put up with traveling around folk like you and Winrow.
I think the word you're looking for is corpse, but don't think too much of yourself. We're all corpses.
Alright.
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit, but I hear you.
Mic check, good.
Say a whole sentence.
I'm back. My computer froze. I think it's okay.
Yeah, I heard most of that.
Yeah, glad to have you back, man. Sorry that the computer's being that's so annoying when that's going down, but glad to have you back.
I have no idea what's going on.
It's only on Thursdays.
I know! Every time Thursday rolls around, something freaking happens.
Scheduled.
The curse is spread. All of those spirit points that keep going towards Matilda are just virus after virus from Strahd.
I got 7 of them now.
You can't beat the characters, beat the players.
I can't kill his character, but I can kill his computer.
I swear I can't do that. But welcome back. I give a Matt control of Rudolph for the time being, if that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Considering Serva is not here right now.
Indeed, what a strange new change for Nisha, as not only for us but for herself as well. A very interesting approach by Elward, but as these revelations and these thoughts kind of approach on us, the whispering still in our ears, still beckoning. Perhaps every once in a while, Zudun has seemed to go fairly quiet, to be honest, but Tenebris every once in a while peeks those with a bit higher of intelligence. Are you sure you're not interested at all in living a bit longer, learning a bit more, seeking what you truly desire? Surely a mortal life is not long enough.
I've already told you. I don't have any interest in living longer than naturally will occur.
Some seek
My
greatness.
life has been on a path.
What? You cut out.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say sorry. Go ahead, Lennon.
Some seek greatness. Some only wish to be average. It is truly what your own wishes are. I simply offer you what I can.
There is no glory on the path I walk. And Nesia will start making her way kind of out of the cavern. Casimir close behind.
Cool. Yeah, you can totally squeak by and kind of move once again, kind of move around the back end of the Amber Golem into the room just with 6 piles, loads of treasure, and maybe there's like a little bit of a clack clack as your new appearance kind of smacks against the amber as you squeeze by, revealing that it's not just an illusion, or maybe your illusion can't cover what lies below. Oh, you're gonna cast Spirit Guardians? Nice.
Oh, no, I wasn't. That was just a happy coincidence. Sorry.
Oh.
The test was test. I'm trying to do the macro.
I thought you were like, enough of this Tenebrous guy. See ya. As Nisha moves out of the room, those left in it still see these shattered boxes and the golden staircase above. Rudolph and Elward, you can kind of, it's open up to the level above. You see the room above seems to be lined with shelves and shelves and shelves of books. Appears maybe there's a library in the next floor above.
Well, it is something else too. We might as well get going. We have yet to see all there is to offer and to reject the rest of it.
Yes, I'd like to investigate more. A couple rooms before there was a blueprint of Strahd's castle. Castle Ravenloft. I want to see if there's anything more we can learn about Strahd or his abode.
Oh, good point. It is a good layout. Gives a bit more strategy to work with.
Indeed.
And when are you going to call out to Nisha as she seems to move in the other direction?
Do we, don't we want to bring her along?
Yeah, just call out to her.
Yeah, and Casimir will be like, I think they're headed the other way, sister. And Balp will head, double back. I thought we was leaving, yo. Trying to get the hell out of here. All right, cool.
What happened to the RPGer in you? Don't tell me the power took that away.
She got what she came for.
Yeah, you guys can totally leave at any time you want. You never have to fall for DM bait, but I'm totally pleased to show you some DM bait whenever you're interested. A
What
gate,
man?
a golden staircase up into a pleasant-looking room. So you do find yourself ascend this golden spiral staircase up into the library, and you should find yourselves on the map now. But
Yep.
what you see before you as you move up the staircase is a stone library that has 20-foot high walls and a 30-foot high vaulted ceiling. Covering the ceiling is a fresco that depicts angels being set ablaze in a hell. A black marble railing encloses the marble staircase that you ascend. It's it's 30 feet up as you go up. Against the gray wall stand 6 10-foot tall black marble bookcases. On their shelves are hundreds and hundreds of well-preserved tomes. Embroidered rugs, chairs, and lit candelabras fill the southern half of the room. A very fine-looking place. As you move about, you notice that the shelves are quite high, Elward, but there doesn't appear to be ladders anywhere to reach the higher shelves.
This is where ventriloquism comes to play.
Oh yeah, Matt, with the new dynamic lighting, sometimes there's like a little blip and then everything goes gray. If you just move the token a little bit, it'll come back.
Yeah, I moved a bit, and I was just like, "Oh, that's weird."
I'm gonna put Happy Jack on my shoulders. Share my senses with him. I don't want to investigate the bookshelves or anything. Let's go with Straw related or Captain Castle Ravenloft related.
Yeah, you can give me an investigation check.
Sure.
You look through quite a few tomes in this bookshelf. You find a few that look like very nice old-looking tomes. Maybe you even kind of see one that has like a sigil of Ravenloft on it. But as you open it up, the pages are completely empty, blank pages. Each single book, every single book seems to be empty. No words written across it at all.
I'm starting to miss my third eye now.
Yeah.
And both covers of the book, is there like any sigils or anything?
Some like most of them are just decoratively ornated, like red velvet on one, and then kind of black leather, maybe some gem, kind of petty gems, kind of encrusted into them. They definitely look like they look like spell books. Every one looks like some form of spell book, to be honest. They look like, I mean, some are kind of like lore looking, but they all look like a wizard's possession, a wizard's spellbook. Perhaps Casimir would instantly notice this.
Do I know when wizards copy things into their spellbooks that they take away from the origin where they're getting the spell from?
Are you proficient in Arcana?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would know this. This is pretty basic magic stuff, magical lore.
I'll relay that to the party that it seems many mages have come past here, taking spells and knowledge from these books. It'll be a miracle if we find anything.
Give me an Arcana check, Elward. Oh, boom. Yeah. As you look over these books, you're quite certain that each one of them is tomes that must have contained just spell after spell. There's enough books here that it likely contains almost every spell ever known. Every single spell that exists in this lore, in this realm, must be contained within these bookshelves. And as you're kind of looking over them, kind of making that connection in your head that maybe other wizards have drawn the magic out of the books, you know that usually the books look a bit tattered, a bit burned, a bit marked by this ritual, and that none of these books have that mark. That there's none of the marks that are left over. Kind of the use look when a wizard draws the spell from a book.
Oh, interesting. I came up here to solve the questions I have, but now I've come up with more questions.
Well, it's normally how it goes. Answers only bringing new mysteries.
Winrel and maybe Dimitri, as you guys look about this room, you can tell that it's pretty bare. Looks like not many tracks have moved in and out, but you can tell that a little bit of movement has happened in this western wall and between the two western bookshelves, and a bit of movement between the two southern bookshelves as well. Looks like there's a few dusty tracks.
Yeah, I'll, does it look like they, I guess, go into the walls, or is it just like in between the bookshelves?
It looks like they walk right out of the wall and then back into the wall.
Yeah, can I inspect the wall? I guess I'll do the west wall first, to see if I could, figure out if there's the door.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to just use your eyes, or do you want to tap on investigation or perception? Either one you choose.
Perception. Don't really want to touch it at the moment.
Go for it. Yeah, so maybe Dimitri, you noticed this west wall, and Winrel, you would have noticed a very similar thing with this southern wall. Oh, that's very high. Indeed, you see that the kind of there's a bit of a mark, almost like a stray little crosshairs hatch that looks like it's just slightly raised up off the amber wall. Looks like it could be pressed in.
I'll let the party know that there's a secret door here.
Another one. Well,
then I'll press in the cross.
As you do, the door itself kind of rotates, revealing a small empty room behind. Indeed, it was a secret door.
It's just a
Alright.
10-foot by 20-foot room.
Using that information, I'll try to find the same thing at the south.
Yeah, certainly. You give me perception with advantage. Since Dimitri's already discovered kind of where this should be. Yeah, you guys were revved and ready for some secret doors today, and you also find one. You kind of find a little crosshatch. It looks like an indent that you could press. Indeed,
I'll wait.
The small room behind the secret door you found, Dimitri, It's mostly just filled with dust and cobwebs. You see the same foot tracks that seem to lead and cut through the dust towards the southwestern wall over here in the empty room.
All right. Yeah, I'll go in and I guess look over that wall.
It doesn't have anything. There's no indentation. Give me a perception though, to see if you want to figure it out. That's dead on what you need. You do seem like it's just slightly rotated a little bit, like it's like off-center. The wall isn't quite flush with the walls around it. Looks like you could just kind of rotate it like the other one that you've come through. It would simply take a little bit of pushing.
Sure, I'll push it.
And I need nothing other than to be ready for the next room. As you push the door, the wall itself slides a bit, and it reveals a room beyond. And I've got a bit of description. But immediately, as you look upon the room, your eyes probably light up as you see these red pinpoints of light burning from a skeleton's eye sockets. It looks up at you. Oh, hi! Welcome to the Amber Temple, Magical Library and Conservatory of Ancient Relics. I'm Xanther. Do I know you? Have you been here before?
No, hello. We have not met yet. We just arrived here today.
Oh, well, welcome. To the Amber Temple, the Magical Library and Conservatory of Ancient Relics. Have you come here for a reason? Did you need help? Did I mess up the tour again?
No, you didn't mess up the tour. We came here seeking some information.
Oh, good. I'm full of information. What kind of questions do you have?
This particular information concerns Strahd.
Oh. Do I know that name?
Strahd.
Sorry, what was his question?
He seemed to be muttering to himself as you said, then, like, Strahd? I thought I had such information. Do I have such information? How do you know this, Strahd?
Well, we've had a few run-ins with him, and we're just trying to figure out more about him because, my group and I would eventually like to leave Barovia. Barovia?
What's that? Where is that? I've never left there or been there.
Well, you're there now. The Amber Temple is in Barovia. We're in Barovia right now.
Oh. Interesting. I don't remember where the Amber Temple used to be. You say it's in Barovia now. Some of the wizards must have gotten a very excitable if they wanted to move the Amber Temple. Huh. Do I know you? Have you been here before?
No, I have not been here before. This is our first time meeting, and it's a pleasure. My name's Dimitri.
Good to meet you. My name is... Did I tell you already? What is my name? I just said it. What was it? It'll come back to me. But it's nice to meet you, whoever you are. I see you've come from the library. Did you find anything you want to check out?
Not me personally, but perhaps one of my friends was looking through the books, but noticed that they're all empty.
Oh, of course they're empty. You haven't asked for the password yet.
Can we get the password?
Depends which books you want. Which books would you like to check out?
I'm not sure. Hold on. And then I'll call out, Elwood, you need to check out the books and he'll give you a pass.
Oh. I haven't done this sort of thing since I was in magic school. Okay.
I'll give you a bit of
Conclave of the Silvery Moon. Not to brag, but whatever.
I'll give you a bit of description of this room as you kind of look about a little better. This 15-foot high room contains the trappings of royalty, ornate furniture, exquisite rugs and tapestries, and decorative statuary everywhere. And everywhere you look are lit candelabras atop small tables. The beauty and the decor is undone by thick dust and cobwebs. And of course you see in the middle of the room this decrepit skeleton clad in tattered robes.
I'm assuming I'm not going to be able to get access to the higher tier of knowledge. Let's start with something easy. Hello. May I have access to the history books? I'm sure that's pretty accessible for the general public.
Oh, hi! Welcome to the Amber Temple, the magical library and conservatorium of ancient relics. Oh, well, that doesn't matter. It's nice to meet you. You said you'd like to check out some books? Certainly. Bring them over and I'll release them to your possession.
I'll bring over the book with the sigil of, I guess, Ravenloft.
Cool. You bring the book over, and he kind of puts his hand down. Oh, this is one of our more modern culture books. Interesting. What was the command word? What was the command word? Hi, it's nice to meet you. Welcome. Here you go. You're all set. And he hands the book back to you.
Does it have words in it?
No words. It's still empty. As you flip through it and kind of look at it, disappointed, is something the matter? Do you not like the book?
It doesn't have the words, so I guess the password didn't work. Can I go through the whole slew of words we used to open all the doors for the
Yeah, of course.
flowers?
As you go through the words, you kind of see the lich kind of wince at each one, but it doesn't. The book nor the lich ever reacts to any of those names. We have a very fine library. If you don't like that book, I'm certain that there's others that you could find.
Indeed. 1 second. So we have the who and the how to get access to this knowledge, but we need the what.
I'm very sorry I'm not able to help better. I just find my head is quite fuzzy. By the way, I'm oh. Well, that his name is well, it was very nice to meet you, person.
Yes, it was a pleasure meeting you also. Well, we will. I'll leave you to your. And I'll like shut the door. Go to shut the door.
Yeah, you get the idea. He says, "Certainly, have a good time. The exit is," and then he kind of can't figure out which way to point, and you close the door.
I think someone affected that lich, so I wouldn't be able to share knowledge.
Well, at least it was in a state that it didn't try to attack it.
Elward, can I see the book?
Sure, there you go. Pass you the book.
I'm gonna try dispel magic on it.
Yeah, I'll need a wisdom check, I think, right? If it's a higher spell than third.
It's just spellcaster check. So
right. So wisdom check.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Go for it. You got advantage.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
Boom!
you absolutely dispel the magic on this book, and it it has quite a bit of magic, necromancy magic actually in it, as like spells are revealed. It looks like quite a bit of powerful necromancy magic, from level 5 to level 2. All the spells and the schools of necromancy, and it seems like quite a bit of it, like maybe half the spells in there, have been authored by someone named S. von Zarevich.
Well, that seemed effective. Let's gather anything that could possibly be of use, and we can, make it visible later.
Got his notebook. Find his yearbook. Find embarrassing photos of him.
I'm gonna come down here to this bookshelf and see. Oops. See if anything catches my eye about either Barovia, or particularly vampires, Strahd, or the castle, Ravenloft.
Yeah. As you kind of look over them, not many of them. You kind of see that you kind of get the idea that a lot of this stuff is outdates Barovia and outdates Strahd's empire, like by thousands of years. But maybe that book that you guys just found is probably like the most modern book that exists, and the most recent entry probably into the library. But you do see lots of books that look like powerful and stuff, but not much on Strahd and Barovia.
Anything on Mother Night that I noticed?
Yes, certainly. Indeed, you would definitely see several books that contain the sigil of Mother Night.
I'll take those.
Cool.
Well, they have. Well, they have. They had Vampire locked away here. Perhaps they have a book on him, and some more information on vampirism itself. I'll take a look for that. See if I can see if there's any book on like vampires.
Yeah, of course. You can give me an investigation. The books that you open up that have Mother Night's sigil on it, they are also empty. The pages are all empty.
Yeah. I assumed that. I'll just put them in my bag.
You look over the books, the shelves, and maybe you kind of find on the southwest bookshelves. Indeed, you find something that looks quite obviously like a vampire. You see kind of a moon and like a blood moon with a bat fluttering about. It just strikes your eye as very vampiric, and maybe there's a big V across the spine. But as you look through the book, it's also empty.
Yeah, I'll just tuck that into my pack for later.
Nice. All right, last one, Lennon.
Cool. Go for it.
As someone who is well adept in the Arcana, do I know which schools of magic contain? I know as a player, but as a character, which school of magic will mostly contain magics that look like cast like sunlight and light spells.
Yeah. I mean, you can be an Arcana check. It'll be pretty low DC. Just looking for like a 10.
Because I mostly study magic items.
You're thinking like sunlight and daylight and light and all those spells, right?
Yeah, I know that's more cleric-y.
Still a school of magic. Yeah, you absolutely know that it's evocation.
Okay, I'll look around for a book that's more catered towards evocation. That'll be the last book I'll search for.
Yeah, certainly. Maybe you find a book that has has 6 descending circles of yellow kind of gold, and the first one is quite small, and each circle gets bigger and bigger as it moves down the spine. The last one kind of ending in a bright sun.
Because I think I went through Mordenkainen's well, quote unquote, Mordenkainen's, if that's even if his book, even is his book, I don't think he has those kinds of spells, so that might be something nice to have. If we
Indeed.
ever find him. If he's alive.
One of the few side quests we haven't quite pursued yet is the Lost Mad Mage. Do you want to try to find Sickening Radiance, Serva?
Well, I don't think Rudolph would be looking for that in specific. I just suggested it.
Let's get the fuck out of here and go find that pie lady.
Yeah.
Did Winrel say that she found another door?
Oh yes, I right down here. It looks like similar mechanism, probably. All right,
Did someone say pie? I could use some meat on my.
a jokester now, huh?
Winrow, I don't think Misha's experienced what we experienced.
I'll try to open the door.
You can definitely. As you press the crosshatch, it kind of swings, rotates open, revealing a staircase that leads down to the next level, but it ends in a dusty, cobwebby wall. But you do see a set of footprints that seem to lead down to the wall.
Oh boy. All right. Looks like another secret door, potentially. With
I mean, it is to be expected.
Yeah, when I went to school with mages, well, that's all they cared about was these ridiculous secret passages and.
You're very talkative about this school as of late.
Yeah, that's where I learned magic items and creating puppets and stuff, but that's neither here or there.
Yeah. Finally getting comfortable enough to share it.
Yep, all it took was a very sinister temple to make me feel that right at home.
As you move down the stairwell, Winrel and Dimitri, you guys are collectively getting quite good at spotting these. It absolutely looks like this is the back side of one of those secret doors, and that simply with a bit of pushing, you could rotate the door.
I'll go for it.
Scooby-Doo, rotate door.
Indeed, yeah,
Classic.
just like that. You can push through, no problem. And I'm not going to move you down to the lower level yet. I'm just going to move you to this side of the map. But you come out and you see the back statue where you fought the Foxy Wizard, the old Foxy Wizard. And you see kind of the secret door up into the statue itself.
Oh, well, that would have saved us a lot of time, potentially.
Well, yes. I'm sure we would have explored the whole place anyway.
Well, what do we think? Should we leave?
I don't think there's anything else left to find.
There would be this huge room of treasure over here. We've already kind of walked through, and the Ember Golem still standing. And then that just trashed room over here with all the debris and stuff. And then the hallways, the archways here and here. But we're just on the top map instead of the bottom map. But it's open to below, so you can see the giant staircases that lead up to the railing up towards the southern part of the room and so on. And the arrow slits. No flame skulls hovering about through any of the arrow slits now.
I have an idea. I'll go head towards the closest room with one of the names. Do I have to go
No, you can go. Do you want to go west or east?
West.
West. Okay, cool. And you still see the Nothics kind of to the north playing their card game, kind of chilling out, enjoying it. Maybe as you kind of walk by, they take just a moment's rest and kind of cackle out a few words out the door. But
I'll wait.
they kind of cackle a little bit more and kind of point and wave back and give you big giant grins to go along with their big giant green eyes. As you kind of move towards the west a bit more, you remember that the named room right beside it, is the one that had the invisible toad monster that tried to eat one of you guys, but you guys quickly shut it into the room. But there is the one to the south, at the end of the hallway, you can move to.
Okay. This one right here?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the other map just as a point of reference. Oh no, I rolled 20. Hold on one second. But yeah, it would be the one to the south, and I don't remember the name off the top of my head. But it is, I believe you guys shut it after you left.
Yeah, we shut all of them so far.
Okay. I do speak one of the three, I think Abyssal. Based on that, can I see the door and remember which one it was?
Yeah, perhaps so.
I wrote it down. It's Tharngob.
Excellent.
All right then. Tharngob.
The door slides open and you see three amber sarcophagi that begin to whisper towards you. Gray marble flooring, pretty bare looking room.
I'll follow Monroe I'd not follow her into the room, but just kind of like, just in case she needs backup type thing.
Okay. Now what do you, ladies and gentlemen, have to offer me?
The whispering does intensify as you look into this room. The black veins across the grayish marble seem to kind of resonate with power once more. The sarcophagus to the west speaks up again, kind of in a bubbly voice. A curious fluid blood is, don't you think? It flows red, but it can easily bring death. I say it ought to be black. My gift confers you the power to make this judgment. All you have to do is accept it, and you will have the power to judge anyone in your way. That's how I got to be known as Narganis, the Finger of Oblivion.
Interesting. Who's next?
The one to the south speaks in kind of a surprised tone, a very kind of hushed tone. Oh, I can't believe you found me. Vaughn the Evasive. I must swiftly return to my amber cell. But first, would you like to take my gift? None shall ever find you out thereafter. Or I could answer a question for you. I promise not to answer truthfully.
Well, maybe. What else? What else do you guys got?
And the last one speaks out in kind of a gravelly, I'm Sariach the Howlhound Whisperer. A special affinity for those foul beasts. See, they come to me when I so wish it. Seems like you have a special touch for the beast as well. If you accept this gift, I can share them with you, for as long as you take care of them.
And so you see, I've been down to the depths here, and there's a certain particular set of spirits that really claim to be the best, have the best gifts by far. Now, I didn't find any of them particularly intriguing because I felt that if they were to perish, my gift would be lost. And that wasn't a risk I was willing to take. They were very exposed there. What about you? If someone disposed of you, would I lose my gift?
You cannot dispose of Sariach. You cannot even find me, Vaughn. I do not exist here but a part. What you see before you is not the whole.
And does the room have the three? I think you said the three sarcophaguses, like the other room.
It does.
With
There's
the
three.
heads.
Oh.
And I will cast.
Oh, the skull prints aren't on this one. They're like the ones with the flame skulls. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, the same room. Yeah.
Oh no, the mirror room did have the skull imprints on them, but that was from the flame skulls. These the ones do not.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a little light on spells. I'm going to shoot a guiding bolt at not the Heidi one, not the one that said he's only half here, the third guy.
The Hellhound Whisper? Yeah, go for it. Just go ahead and roll the spell. As it strikes into the Emperor's sarcophagus, you see it begin to crack and swell, and the little wispy spirit within inside kind of shrivels around a bit. Aye, just like human. Kick the dog. Beast doesn't have feelings. Sure.
Now you know that I know that's not true. But I had to prove my point. Clearly you can be destroyed. I have destroyed others here, and their spirits were less than pleased. Now let me ask you again. If someone else came in and destroyed your sarcophagus, would sorry, that word is hard for me for some reason. Would my powers remain?
We've been here since near the beginning of time. Such a thing is not beyond this semblance of my existence. But what you see before you is not us. It is not Sariach. It is simply a piece, imprisoned within a cell. You may take my gift or you may leave. I would take these fools over the mind-racking pain you wish to give us.
And what's the cost of your deal?
To have power that you do not acquire.
I see. Well, I don't know. It didn't seem like you gave me very good assurances. Perhaps I'll return to one of the others instead.
Do you not wish to command the beast of hell, the greatest hounds that exist?
Oh, I do. I just want to make sure no one can later take it from me.
You bear my
There's no
mark.
way to destroy you then?
No. I am Seriach. For my existence is much greater than this realm or this plane.
I see. Well, let me think it over. Thank you for your time.
So be it.
And I'll shut the door again with the freeze.
As the door kind of begins to shut, you hear Vaughn once more. You can't call someone a fool if you can't see them. Kind of taunting Seriach. And you just hear Seriach moan.
Ah, well, that was fruitless. Okay, let's depart.
I just had an idea that while I was waiting for Winrel, I'd like to try. I want to take out the book and say Teneboros.
Nothing happens, but I like that idea.
I don't remember finding a Teneboros in here, so I don't know why that.
Oh, Tenebris was the lich, the guy offering lichdom, and the main one.
Oh, what? Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I must have missed his name then. Never mind. I was like, oh, we didn't find that. Maybe that's the password. Never mind. All right. I'm cool to leave
Alright.
then.
I totally thought you were going to accept that gift.
It was close call. It was a close call, but I was there for information.
Indeed. As you guys kind of reunite, and you're looking about the temple below and above, all around, what do we do next? Do we leave, or do we continue to explore?
Oh, I don't know
mean-
how much value we gained here, but I think it's time to go.
Once we can read these books, the value might go up, but I don't think we're going to find much more.
Do I recall, was there anyone that offered like extreme like convincing ability or like being charismatic?
It's very likely, like persuasiveness and stuff. Let me
Yeah.
give a quick just look over. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, there totally was. There's a couple that kind of fall into that. The one that would probably be the most in line with what you're thinking is Shami Amore, the Lady of Delights. I'll just kind of give you. She would have essentially said, kind of flattered you a bit as you enter the room, and kind of would have promised that all desires would be within your reach. That simply her word was enough to collect anything or anyone she wished, and that you could be as persuasive as she was.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay. It is. It would have been the one to the right of where the flame skulls were, so on the east side of the hallway, back through the way a bit, but you could come to it. And since you guys marked him down, that was the room of Maverus. So the southeastern wall and the eastern part of the hallway, the eastern hallway. Is anyone going to go with her for this one?
Yeah, I'll go just to.
Yeah, Casimir and Nina are following along as well.
Cool. As you kind of call the name out, Maverus, and you kind of enter the room. This one has amber glazed walls with a blue marble floor, and 3 sarcophagus still intact. And this one is the one on the south wall. You see, they all begin to kind of speak to you a bit, and one's Savnok the Inscrutable, and kind of gives you you can't read or disrupt his mind only because he's letting you, and he promises to help you protect your mind. And then there's the other one that calls himself the Grave Worm and offers you the gift of dark power, and with it the sky will be yours. And then finally, Shami Amore, the Lady of Delights. Ah, beautiful travelers, you remind me of myself. Do you wish to command all that you wish, simply by the power of your words? The silver-tongued gift. Do you wish to be as persuasive as I can be, as I used to be and still am?
Perhaps. What do you ask in return?
For me, you do not need to offer a thing. This is a gift.
Well, I'm going up against a great force, and I want to convince as many people to join the fight. Would your talents help me along the way?
Certainly you could bend whoever you wished to your will. Phrase it delicately, though, for some do not respond well to threats.
Well, if threats worked, I wouldn't need you, would I?
Aha, certainly not. I see you have traveled then.
Okay.
It
I'll
only
accept.
takes but a touch upon my cell, and you shall be gifted what I can offer.
Okay. Alright. I'll touch it.
As you touch it, you immediately begin to feel a burning in your hand, and a burning in the other hand as well. Great pain, as if bones are being split, and then as you look down upon your hand, the fingers are shifting a little bit to the right and shifting a little bit to the left, and you see a small appendage growing on the inside of your hand, as a furthered finger, a finger between your pointer finger and your thumb, sprouts out of each hand, and you now have 6 fingers on each hand. And you gain this flaw that I'll whisper to you. But as you speak, you found your voice to be a bit softer, a bit more persuasive, maybe a little bit suggestive. And you can cast the spell Suggestion at a DC 17 3 times.
Ever? Dave gets unlimited, bring people back from the dead.
Oh no, he only gets 1.
Okay. Alright, cool.
And I'll whisper you the flaw. And you have a disadvantage on sleight of hand checks.
Sorry, I wasn't that sneaky to begin with.
Yeah. Anyone else want to be tempted?
I was thinking about the sneaky guy, but
for now.
It's a sneaky lady.
But the sneaky one was a lady.
Vaughn? Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking about the sneaky lady.
no worries. There was a couple ones that are kind of sneaky, but she's like most the clearly sneaky, Vaughn the evasive.
Yeah, the one that Winrel first talked to, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Elward, you would have also, if you kind of fondly remembered your third eye, you would have maybe remembered Yurga, the Eye of Shadows.
Yeah. I'll go back to the Tharngob door and open it up.
Nice. As you kind of walk in, you hear the bubbly voice, "Blood should have been black," and Seriach just once again, And then you also hear the voice Vaughn as you open the door. "You cannot see me, but how have you found us? I am Vaughn the Evasive. Do you wish to be as sneaky as me? I promise you, whatever question you have, to answer it wrongly to the best of my ability."
Well, perhaps I do want to be sneaky, but what will happen to me when I get your gift?
You'll be like me. Super, super evasive. No one can find you. You can find yourself wherever you wish to be.
Yes, what's the downside?
What could be down about not being seen?
No, that's the upside. I'm sure there's some sort of cost. No
So-
gifts are for free.
I think you are thinking this is a purchase of sorts. A gift is given freely. I have no benefit for you taking my gift. I simply offer it, for my own amusement, and for your power.
Alright, well, how would we go about doing this?
A small touch. No one has touched Vaughn the Evasive, ever, but I will allow you to touch, and the gift will be yours.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll go and touch it.
Cool. As you touch it, you immediately begin to twitch, and you feel like an impressive amount of anxiety. You feel like conversation with even your closest friends would be overbearing. You're very nervous and anxious. And you get this flaw. You also have disadvantage on persuasion checks. But you gain the benefits of an amulet of proof against detection and location and a ring of evasion for 10 days.
10 days? They're not even going to get us to Castle Ravenloft.
Hey, very sneaky though before then. I'll give you the flaw.
Question. Well, I don't think it's gonna be answered right away. We'll see during the 10 days. But does the flaw last the 10 days?
We don't know yet.
Oh man.
Probably not.
It's changed your whole life.
Well, alrighty.
Anyone else want to be tempted? They're pretty powerful gifts.
It would have been better if it was more than at least got us to Ravenloft.
Yeah.
I don't think I can speak for Rudolph on it, so.
Oh yeah, Rudolph would not take. He just absolutely would not take any of these gifts.
I'm just gonna say my 20 intelligence tells me no.
I plan to live out the rest of my life as a wolf. So, what's the deal with the extra digit when I transform? Does it have like one extra, like a little extra toe?
Yeah, you'd have like another little toe.
I'm cool with it.
Not quite as a visual experience, but as Dimitri and Winrel both kind of rejoin the group, how does this? Sorry, how does this go down? How do you guys kind of present yourself to the party, and how does the party react?
I did a thing, and I'll just like wiggle my, like hold up my hands and like wiggle my fingers at them.
Okay,
And you did yourself to that wire?
are we heading out now?
I'm ready. I don't know if I can handle any more gifts.
Oh,
Yes, perhaps we should go.
Okay, I'll take that as yes.
oh dear.
There's nothing of interest here anymore.
Dimitri, you're a little, you seem a bit more anxious.
No, I'm good. This place is just getting, it's just getting to me, I think. This place is very, dreary.
You took one, didn't you?
No.
Hmm.
No, I thought about it for a minute, perhaps being a bit more sneaky, but in the end I decided that it wasn't,
Then let us go. Unless anybody else wants to mutilate themselves with this power.
Maybe you feel a bit of pressure as you finish that statement, Rudolph. You feel a bit of pressure maybe in the center of your forehead where the eye used to be Elward, and you kind of get the whispers of Yerga, the Eye of Shadows, in you once again. I can offer you the gift that you did not wish to live forever for knowledge. But if no secret can escape you, all knowledge will simply be in your grasp. Life is kind of pointless sometimes, so there's no time in wasting searching for such secrets. I can simply show you to them with my gift.
I close my eyes and shrug off the voices. Yes. I'm contemplating what I must do.
Very nice. We will head out then as we leave the Amber Temple. Quite changed, for better or worse, we don't know. As we exit out the Amber Temple, we've spent quite a bit of time kind of researching the various levels and the many secrets it held within. It's beginning to reach nightfall as we approach the ruins where we had camped last night, and there's no sign of Serva. As we set up camp and begin to wait, you do see boot tracks that seem to lead towards the east and upward, as it looks like Serva began to ascend the mountain. But go ahead and roll random encounters for me. Go ahead, Serva. Let's start with Serva tonight, if you don't mind rolling a d20 for me.
Sure, even though I'm not there.
Yeah.
Just to double check the ring of evasion. I know I don't have a ring of evasion, but I get like it's like I have a ring of evasion.
Exactly.
So it's three charges a day still. Like it works this.
Yes, it should be. It should be just like the ring for 10 days. It
Cool.
doesn't take your attunement slots either. I might have handouts on those. Here's the amulet of proof of detection and location. And I'm pretty sure I inputted. Yeah, here we go. Man, this is such a cool artwork. I wish we actually had that ring. That is a cool looking item. There's the ring of evasion for you. That way you kind of have the notes.
Oh, that's almost legendary resistance, basically.
Yeah, ring of evasion is badass.
Quick, let's hurry to Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah, no. Let's run.
14. You're good. You're all good. You're all good. After about the first watch, Serva, you kind of make your way into camp, and perhaps you notice. We'll just roll to see who. You notice Nisha and Casimir are kind of awake. What you actually see as you kind of move towards camp is Casimir talking to this looks like skeletal woman by the fireside as the rest of your party kind of sleeps in their knapsacks around the ground.
I think I would. That's a good question. What would she do in this situation? She'd probably pull out. Yeah, she would pull out the glaive and just kind of call attention. Casimir, what did you do this time?
Indeed, Casimir and Nisha, you would instantly notice Serva with her glaive out, ready, calling out just on the edge of camp.
Where's Nisha? Who's the undead?
He's not here.
Oh,
whoops.
we will change who's at camp then.
Yeah, I was like, that's unfortunate.
There we go. It'll be Winrel. You're at camp, and let's see who can. Yeah, I think you normally take your watches alone, actually. As you come to Camp Serva, actually you find Winrel awake, sitting at the campfire, maybe kind of looking down at her hands for some reason.
I think I'll just kind of quietly call attention to her. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I'll take over this shift for you if you want.
How was your journey?
Things happened. Sorry I wasn't there for most of it. It's just, calling. Did you guys find what you're looking for in there?
It was yet to be seen. Some of us made some deals with slightly less than the devil.
Go on.
Well, Nisha's seemed to have the most dramatic impact. But the downside is, I don't know that we're any closer to defeating Strahd.
What happened to Nisha?
You'll see. She, somewhat traded her life to have the chance to resurrect her sister.
Sorry? She what?
You'll see. She doesn't quite look the same. We don't really know the true cost, but it sounds like she might get what she wanted. I desperately wanted to take that deal, but it's unnatural. It goes against everything that I am.
Aye. But from what you're telling me, you might have taken a deal anyways.
Yes, but this one is less selfish. And it's not unnatural. It doesn't go against nature.
I can't be one to judge. Well, I didn't really find what I was looking for either. Some remnants. There's been some fights around this area, but it would make sense that that's happened. So, are we going to go back in the temple, or are we just going?
Well, we found the source of Strahd's power, but there didn't seem to be anything we could do about it other than potentially also gaining that same power.
Right, but we don't need two Strahds going all over the place. So I take it little Casimir didn't really take any deals for himself.
I think Nisha fell on that sword. She wants Casimir to, continue on and lead her tribe. She's already exiled anyway, so I think she figured better her than him.
If I'm being honest, I figured it'd be better her than him to be in charge, from what I've seen.
Well,
But
we
that's
don't get
not
to make that decision.
No, we don't. But I suppose we gotta start figuring out to see if we can get rid of Strahd, if we've gotten all we can from this temple. I guess there's no time like the present, eh?
Well, I took my gift, in hopes that I could convince your old leader to change his mind about Strahd.
Tempting, but I don't think it's going to work unless we get that skull.
What skull?
Well, you know that we serve a silver dragon, or at least we did. Well, from what I understand and from what I know, that Strahd basically took Argynvost's skull, which is Argynvost, at least what's left of him is what gives me my power, and that he took his skull and turned it into something. I don't know what. I haven't seen it. But unless that skull is brought back, the order will just be lost. Vladimir's proof of that.
I don't know. I think it's worth a try. Either that or your watch commander, for lack of remembering his true title. Perhaps I can convince him to betray the leader and, stage a coup.
I don't think Sir Godfrey has a choice. I think I'm the only one that can willingly resist Hornguard. But if we can find that skull, maybe it'll be different. But for now, take a bit of a break. I'll take over your watch for you.
Well, I didn't take this curse for nothing. I'm still going to try.
All right. I won't stop
Alright.
you.
Well, I won't turn down your offer. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, sure. And who do I wake up next?
Dimitri.
Sounds about right.
Sorry, I'm asleep.
As the watch comes to an end, Serva, you hear the call out of some great beast as it flies overhead towards the east. Scream as if 1,000 individuals all died at once, and then it fades into the peaks of Mount Gakis. But outside that, the night goes uneventful. I'm gonna give each of you guys 700 experience for role play, and the gifts were rewarded enough as they are, very high rewards indeed. But 700 for your great role play, and we'll take our break. As you all collectively wake up, maybe those that came after the first watch, you're awoken to realize that Serva has rejoined, and Serva, you're awoken to see most of your comrades, but Nisha's missing, and kind of lying near her belongings is this skeletal woman. Uh,
So, please don't tell me this is what happened to her.
she seems to be kind of getting a bit of bedhead, perhaps, and kind of looks to her friends to kind of please. I still have so many thoughts on my mind. Do one of you mind explaining what happened down there?
I did. I did more or less. I told him, you traded your life to save your sister, in basic terms. At least your life as you knew it.
Ah, I see. That may be the truth in some respect, but I hold what truth and what decision I made, and I see that they were fit and good for my people and for my family.
You're a coward, Casimir. Fine. Well,
Well,
no point.
in Casimir's defense, he did try to touch it, but
I would have too. I would have too if I could have. My sister's magic held me back, and she took the burden upon herself. It is no shame in being family to a hero of the Dusk Elves. I'm sure to be savior of our sister soon enough. That is not cowardice, but love, my friend.
It was still your reckless behavior that has gotten her in this situation. And I hope you intend to make it up to her.
My life is hers. Certainly. I shall follow her wishes and carry them out as best I can.
It's not something to dwell on, I suppose. It was your choice. All right. So, last night there was a bit of a, I don't know if any of you heard it, but there was something flying overhead. But I don't think it was that bird that Strahd commanded either. It seemed very different, but I don't think it's the first time I've seen it. I'm sure of it now. I thought it might have been the bird the first time, but this is something else entirely.
well, what happened on your little vision quest? Did you find what you were looking for?
No. I found remnants of a battle, and I didn't really find much, but I saw whatever was here last night go back into the mountains, and it's still following us. It might be in our best interest to maybe go a bit further, just see what we can find. If that thing's going to keep following us, it wouldn't be best if it got us in the middle of a rest.
Casimir speaks up. I suppose that a bit of deceit was on my part, leading you to here, to the temple.
Oh, just a bit, huh?
I do apologize for this. If it makes up for it, I will help you on this quest. The visions Patrina showed me seem to bear truth, and my sister bears the reward. But I did not know how to convince you all without promising something that would be worth your time, your whiles. I do think what we found can arm us somewhat against Strahd, but I do apologize for the lie and the lack of knowledge I had of this place.
Mistakes happen. The important thing is that you at least didn't let whatever was in here consume you. I have to give you that.
Grief is a powerful thing.
It is. And when you live as long as we do, grief is quite powerful. It bears on your soul for year after year after year after year as you hope to die until it changes you. My sister's act has reawakened something inside. I hope to return to my people and carry out her wish as soon as possible, but I do not wish to be burdened and return the favor that you all have done for us. I will follow you until we reach back to the Vstani camp near Valaki.
It's appreciated. Well, I won't force you all into the mountains, but I think it's in a good interest to at least go.
Well, we're already here in the mountains. And if it is what you think it is, and we can get the skull, then perhaps we can have the assistance of the knights that are at Argynvost.
Yes. At the very least, it takes care of another one of Strahd's pets, which should make it a little easier in the long run.
Well, well, since we're already here, I say why don't we go for it? But what does everybody else think?
That's. I'm confused. That's where we think the skull is?
Well, either the skull or something that's been chasing us for a while now.
We were told that the Strada corrupted the skull into a monster.
Yes.
It's been flying around.
And I'm very sure it's not the flying beast we've already fought.
Oh.
So it narrows it down.
Well, let's go for it.
I thank you, friends.
to assist us. And it would also be great to have the support of the troops back at the castle to assist us.
You're right there. All right. Let's scale some mountains.
Indeed, we take off. If no one's opposed. It's about a 2 days hike if you fully hike all the way up to the spot. You can try to press it if you want, though. If you want to guide Serva, you can give me another survival check to see how well we guide up the mountain. And Elward, if you don't mind rolling a d20 for our random encounter. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Can I assist her with the survival?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can give her advantage.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're able to guide up no problem without fault. No avalanches or anything like that stirred up. Although I do have something like that in mind if you would have failed. You make it to about here for the night as you get your full camp in, and kind of a little bit slow going when you have this many people trekking through this heavy snow. We hike a couple 100 feet. I mean, well, actually, you'd probably ascend about 1,000 feet up the mountain, closer and closer towards the peak. Getting quite cold. Your cold weather gear coming into hand though. If Nisha, are you back with us? No, I'm sorry. Winrail, do you mind rolling a d20 for our random encounters at night? Cool. We got to roll high, not low, for these. So you're all good. The next day, none of you hear kind of the screams and the calls that happened the night before. But it is quite a cold night. Maybe you kind of hear footsteps off in the distance in the heavy snow, but no one deems it worthy to kind of explore. But you check in the morning and the snowfalls kind of recover the tracks. Go ahead and make another survival with advantage as Dimitri and Serva can continue to guide the way towards this battlefield that you saw in the distance. Cool. And this time, Nisha, if you're back with us, do you mind rolling a d20 for random encounters? Okay, cool. Another no day without random encounters. But as you reach this nearest peak, you come to a mass of ruins, which must have been a palace at some point, or great temples and halls just scattered all about, covered over in frost. You see fallen warriors, rusted and frozen weapons and armor, skeletons lying all about, an ancient battlefield that took place here. You see bones of all sorts of humanoids. Even great monsters and great creatures. Let me drag you on the map. Cool. And I'm going to give Rudolph back to Dimitri now.
Well, it does look like this is about as high as it goes, but this is, was this what I found earlier? Or
this was the kind of the scene as we approach. You hear just a bit of a whisper in the voice. The calling seemed to just push you and pull you and pull you till you got to this battlefield. And you hear the voice, the spirit of Argynvost whisper in your ear. Be careful. Chosen, I cannot control what you will find. This is where our brothers rest. Where I should rest with them, but am not allowed.
this is the place where it happened long ago. Defiled, even. Stay on your guard.
Yeah, I'll pull out my weapons.
Yeah. I mean, I already have mine pulled out. Yeah, I'd say I would.
As you look about the ruins and the battlefield, there is a big kind of frozen river that cuts through the middle, but it's completely frozen over. It's just a little slippery to move across. And you're going to see half buried into the top part of the frozen river and into the battlefield towards the north is the great skeletal frame of a huge dragon. Huge dragon. You see the tail kind of wrapped around the river, the wings and the spine and the torso kind of into the half buried into the snow. You very perceptively notice there's no indication of a skull whatsoever with the skeleton.
Damn devil. Before we proceed, and I'm going to use Divine Sense.
What's it, 60 feet?
Yeah, 60 feet.
Uh,
I imagine
Rudolph-
I sense Nisha.
Rudolph's gonna cast Death Ward on Nisha.
Cool. Uh, that's interesting. Nisha doesn't actually count as an undead. She just looks undead. But that's interesting. But yeah, you sense the presence of undead. How accurate? Oh, they're totally undead. They're not celestial fiend.
There's multiple?
Yes, and this place is absolutely desecrated.
All right. I think they're waiting for us to come a bit closer. Is everyone relatively ready?
I'll spend a few moments to make the radius of the light of the sword as big as it can.
Nice. So you got 30 feet daylight.
Yeah, just 30 bright, 30 dim.
Nice. And the bright light is the daylight, right?
Yeah.
Your divine sense, you get the sense that undead are below you in the frozen earth, above you, somehow into the sky, and off in the distance farther north on the battlefield.
I'm gonna look up.
As you look up, the blizzard and the snow whirls that kind of flurry all around, it's just, don't see anything beyond the snow cover above.
I'm gonna step on the ice and be ready for anything above you. There's a lot of them here.
As you move about, you would see that on the far side of the battlefield there seems to be a great throne perched atop a massive dais where a royal hall must have once stood. Collapsed columns, massive bones lie littered about, huge frozen boulders.
I think at some point she'll just kind of like hit like the ground with like the butt of the death knell. All right, no point in making us wait. Why don't, if you can understand us, why don't you come out?
As you see beneath the frozen ice of the river, It seems like a skeletal form floats up with silver armor, with the Order of the Silver Dragon emblazoned across it. The body kind of bumps into the frozen ice wall and just floats there.
Getting cocky with us. I'm trying to think what I got that I could use.
Ada can step out into the water, and it's a little slippery, but it's totally frozen, so you can move across it no problem. It's quite thickly frozen too. It's a massive layer of ice between the water and the top of the surface of the ice.
Totally.
The ruins have the walls are kind of like broken a bit. None of them stand more than 4 or 5 feet, but they do offer a bit of cover. As you cross to this part of the battlefield, you near the great wings of the huge dragon that must have fought here and died. And you hear above you the great scream as if 1,000 warriors are dying all at once. And this huge beast comes swooping down out of the snow cover above.
Oh, lovely.
The head of the beast, made up of this purest white skull, the skull clearly of a silver dragon. Every other component of this great beast seems to be mixed, matched pieces of humanoids, monsters, creatures, devils. The whole body a mismatch of body parts patched together and formed into the hideous shape and outline of what appears to be a huge dragon. And begin to roll initiative, guys.
That's the bright light, by the way.
Cool, thank you. And you hear the whisper of Argynvost once more in your ear, Serva. Be brave.
You'll finally rest.
Okay, cool. It Oh, I see. You might have been a little closer than that. I'll put you up there. Currently, it would have been just out of your vision, so now it's like 55 feet. So we'll say 50 feet up.
Oh, it's 50 feet up in the air?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cool. Looks like everybody's ready to go. As the great dragon swoops down, Dimitri, you're the first to go. Maybe your light from your radiant sun sword pulls you towards this great undead beast. And what do?
It's 50 feet up, you said, right?
50 feet up.
All right. Well, then I'm just going to blast it. Gonna do 2 shots of Matilda, both violent. Does this count as... I guess, should I add that? Does it count as undead for the extra damage? That's the only reason I'm asking.
It's absolutely undead.
Okay. So... first shot?
Go for it.
Assume that's a miss.
14 is definitely a miss.
Alright.
Sorry. Oh, 15's a miss too.
Yep. That's totally cool. Just 2 grip points gone. Yeah, that is. So many handouts.
Sorry.
That's cool. Yeah, I will, for the moment, back up a bit. Just so we're not all clumped together, just in case. And then that is, I'll end my turn.
Cool. Did you not get a done button?
No, I didn't.
Oh no, the combat. Oh no, okay. Maybe it is.
I came back.
Okay, it's working. It's just okay. We'll do the lair action. That turn marker is hilariously big on such a big token. Okay, cool. First. 2. One, so both will appear on the north side. We'll say one gets one awful zombie corpse comes out, burying the kind of the tattered leather armor of the Ravenloft sigil, with the Zvanverovich sigil. And another one comes crawling out of the earth over here as well. Uh, 50 feet. And now for the lair action. I think, does it choose or does it random? Random. 1, okay. As Argynvost, this horrid version of Argynvost swoops down, its great undead eyes of piercing blue light see the great shining light around one point on the dark, and it roars out as a blizzard begins to form all around you, Dimitri. A freezing fog of 20-foot radius. And I need a Constitution saving throw as this freezing fog surrounds you, Dimitri. Ooh, so it's heavily obscured in that area, and you're gonna take some cold damage.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna use a luck point to try and not fail that.
Okay, you don't fail, so you take half the damage. You take 5 cold damage, and it's heavily obscured in that area.
Can you move that to the map or something so I can?
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good.
Now that's the end of the lair action, and now Argynvost is gonna. I really should have known how much of a circle a 60-foot cone would cause. Anyone know that math? If a cone is blown straight down, 60-foot wide cone, what kind of circle it would have at the end of it?
I'd probably say like a 30-foot one.
30 foot?
Pretty sure it's 60.
60? Okay.
Pretty sure, because like Burning Hands is 15 and the end of it ends up being 15. So.
Okay, yeah.
So it'd be a 30-foot radius, but
So it's going to be 50 foot because he's 50 foot up. That's 40, but I dragged it 10 feet more.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be a 40-foot radius. It would only be a 30-foot radius.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, because it would be a sick. Because if it works like Burning Hands is 15 feet, and then the end ends up being 15.
So you mean
total?
You mean 60 feet in diameter? Is what
Yeah,
you mean.
60-foot diameter, 30-foot radius.
Okay, that sounds right to me.
Well, at least it hits the zombies.
5 foot. 5 foot radius.
Okay, so as the great dragon kind of hovers over all of you, it turns its great head down, and you see blue cold light flash out as just it exhales hundreds and hundreds and battered and broken pieces of zombies and corpses and warriors, broken pieces of silver armor scattered all across all of you. I need a dexterity saving throw from everyone in there.
I'll use my inspiration.
Yeah, I'm gonna use mine too.
DC 16.
Oh, good call.
Nice. On a save, you take 43. On a failure, you take 43. On a save, you take 21. Both the zombies fill. Those guys are gone.
Well, we're boned.
Casimir's down. 43.
43 on a failure. Oh, they both took the full brunt?
Yeah, with advantage, I rolled a 14.
Oh.
And my dex mod's.
You're not in the circle, bro.
Is it just in the circle? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
I thought
the
he said
circle.
I thought he said everybody. That's all I was like.
You're fine when you're not in the circle when.
Sweet. Okay, that's better.
Okay, cool. And Argynvost, it just circles around this undead dragon, kind of circles around for about 30-40 feet as it hovers and takes another deep inhale. These guys are both Elward.
So RP wise it moved, but it's still 50 feet within its location, correct?
Yeah, still flying 50 feet up. It just kind of circled around.
Got it. I'm just gonna keep.
So still in that same spot.
Right.
Cool. Got it.
Yeah, that was a nice centered spot for him.
Okie dokie. Alright. Takes some better damage, but that's her job. But yeah, Hyperjack's gonna do his job. And he's gonna fire off a good old firebolt at the cute dragon. Firebolt coming your way.
That is a hit for 11 fire. Not resistant to that.
Nice. Oh no, I was doing that thing where I move my mouse and the whole map moves. Alright. Let me refresh my page, but as a bonus action, I'm going to get my Ada Doe and increase her AC based on my intelligence modifier, which is a +5. She's that good amount of AC.
Boom, boom.
And then I'm gonna do my movement, but I have to refresh my page because my Roll20 map is going off. But if you could press the done button for me, then I would appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll do my movement as soon as I refresh.
Casimir's fully down. I need a death saving throw for Casimir. Just a d20?
Indeed. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I see. I don't think there's a button on his.
No, they don't
character.
have ones. That's one failure for Casimir.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Niji, your turn.
Oh, good. Let's see. Looking down at her brother, she'll take a few steps back to kind of, I guess, protect his body for what that's worth, and I will cast an ice storm because it's one of the few things I have, I think, that also does non-ice damage. So she'll not using the staff, although she'll use the staff thematically, kind of raising it into the air and slamming it down to the ground. But she'll cast it at 4th level, just through her normal magic.
Cool. It's got magical resistance.
Does it have? Is it cold immune or cold resistant? Because I can get through that with my.
It's cold immune, but it can be affected by the bludgeoning.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I figured. Unfortunately.
Sorry, man.
No, that's the unearthed arcana rolling. But yeah, the standard rolling is just that it gets over resistance, not that it.
But it does save, so it takes half damage, which is
4th level spell, 4 damage. Let's see. I have shit for bonus actions. I will. Yeah, everything I have is an action. Shit. Okay. Nope, that's all I got. Oh yeah, I've already passed. So yeah, Rudolph can go next. Nizio will drive. She'll get in a position to like maybe start dragging Casimir's body, but I think I've used 1 block, and then it's like half movement, so I can maybe get Casimir like 5 feet away.
Yeah, you might can move farther than that.
Oh, I thought it was like half movement or something like that. So I moved 5.
No.
So I guess I could go like 10 or something like that, dragging his body.
The frozen river is slippery, so if you tried to dash on that, you might slip. But otherwise, you're good.
That is true. I guess I do have my my Hound of Ill Omen, which I can technically spawn on top of it, 120 feet. Magically summon creature you see within 120 feet. I mean, I don't know how that's gonna go. It's probably gonna fall off and die. But you know what? I've got it. So
It'd be funny though.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the very least it'll be something. So I will, as I pull the shadows, as I pull my brother back, I will slap my palm to the ground and kind of draw some shadows out of the earth and summon a Hound of Ill Omen, like right on top of him.
Nice. Go ahead. And does it act on your turn, or does it get its own turn?
I think it technically gets its own. Yeah, the hound has its own.
Sure. Go ahead. Roll initiative for it.
Initiative. So. Alrighty. Of course, had to roll higher than us. All right, cool. So that will complete my turn. Yes, thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that. That's like he's like my only bonus action.
At the end of your turn, as the hound kind of falls upon this creature, it screams out at once more. It sounds like 1,000 warriors dying. It'll use a legendary action as it tries to like wind its tail up to try to smack this hound. I'm gonna give it disadvantage because the hound is like a little bit kind of hard to reach. Oh, why didn't it? Oh.
Yeah.
Starting boss fights out with fumbles. Wow. Okay.
Knocked itself out of the air.
Get stunned.
That is strange. Okay, so it's not gonna fail the dex, so I'm not gonna roll that. But yeah, it's maybe tries to smack the dog, but it kind of smacks into its one of misshaped wings, and it just kind of tumbles down to the ground. Indeed, it doesn't take like heavy bludgeoning damage from the fall, but it does get knocked unkiltered, and it kind of like feather falls down. Not feather fall, it glides down to the ground and is no longer flying.
Hellhound. I mean,
That was not how I.
Legit MVP.
That is hilarious.
Shadow Pupper worked.
Rudolph.
Yeah, he was gonna do something else, but now that this thing's on the ground in front of him, he's gonna make two. First, he'll move step 5 feet so we can reach it. And he's gonna stab at it with his silvered short sword.
Oh, both those are misses.
Is it prone?
Yeah, it would be prone because it fell down. Yeah, never mind. 22 is a
So-
hit.
Okay, and it's undead, so it takes 3d6 extra.
Roll it up.
So
Pretty
it takes
nasty
12
stab.
damage.
Every bit
Then
count.
Rudolph will bonus action cast Sanctuary on himself and move the rest of his movement, which is 25 feet, or yeah, to there, circling around, try and get to Casimir, and that is his turn.
Cool. At the end of your turn, the legendary will come out. It's gonna do the wing attack. I think that is supposed to use 2 actions. I don't know why it doesn't. I think almost all dragons that cost 2 actions, so I'm gonna call that cost 2 actions. But it beats its ungodly wings and begins to fly back up into the air. And each creature within 10 feet, including the hound. So just Rudolph and the hound. I need a dexterity saving throw. Uh, 15 on a failure and get knocked prone. And I'll need a 1 from the hound as well, as the wings bat. Are you with us, Nisha?
oh yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. Just a dex save from the hound. That's a failure, unfortunately. So it'll get knocked off prone, and it takes the 15 bludgeoning damage. And the dragon flies up 40 feet.
Okay, 40 feet.
40 feet. And now it'll become your turn, Winrel.
Okay, sorry. Planning length. Okay, I am going to try, tried but true, banishment.
Oh, interesting. Okay, it has magic resistance, so it has advantage on this. It's a charisma. I believe 18 is a pass.
Damn, if it wasn't for advantage, though. All right, that's it. I can't do anything with my bonus action because I already cast a spell.
Alrighty. Indeed, you try to point at this finger and point your finger at this beast and try to banish it to another plane of existence. It shrugs it off. It seems the magic that binds it to this realm is stronger than the spell. Do you need me to do the done button? Serva becomes your turn.
Alright, so it's 40 feet in the air. And about 15 feet from where I am, in addition to that. So... I think it's time to use that shroud. So... bonus action. Just kind of grip the glaive and just say, whatever it takes. Wings just sprout out of Serva's back. And that's the bonus action. Let's see. That's flying speed of 60 feet, so I should be able to move right up to it within melee range. Like,
yeah?
Sweet. So I'm gonna do that. Sorry, Argynvost. And I'm going to...
Go for it. 24 is a hit.
And is it resistant or immune to necrotic? Because if it's immune, I'll just take it off.
It's resistant. It's resistant.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have... Is that for the shroud?
Yes, it does an extra d6 necrotic if it's missing any of its hit points.
Oh yeah, it's missing. So 15 total.
Yeah. And for good measure, one of those.
Oh, nice.
Ignore
Radiant.
No, yeah, no necrotic on that. I assume it's undead, so it's another d8, I assume?
Yeah, you should roll one more d8, right? 3d8? Okay, cool. 12 radiant damage.
And then let's
smite
just hit it again. Oh!
Cool. This is always fun.
Alright, so let's just put everything on this, I guess.
It's pretty somatic that you're the one getting the crit here in this. Yeah, Orcish Fury.
So it's another 2d8. And let's do a level 2 smite. So that should be 4d8, so 8d8.
Yeah. Oh my god. Alright, so 50 plus 16, 66 plus 2, 68 damage.
And that'll be it for me.
I think half-orcs get a extra crit dice on their critical attacks for weapon damage.
Oh, I already have that tracked.
I only see 2d10.
Alright, I think I... Oh, I don't. Okay, so I guess that's another d10.
Yay, more dice.
I think it's another 2d10, right? Because it's another die and you roll it twice because of the crit.
Well, because like it already rolled 1, so it would just be one more d10.
Yeah, I'll just add to the...
Oh, okay, it makes it times 3.
So an extra 6.
74 damage. That is a solid hit. You just swipe once, twice, and then the second one with all of your raging fury, your promise to save Argynvost and return the skull to its rightful place. Your halberd glaive raging with radiant energy. Silver light kind of bursts from the creatures. You take a huge gash out of it.
Very nice. And that'll pass turn.
Cool. A new round will start, and Dimitri, do you mean to do the done button? There's a lot of stuff on that.
Oh, my bad. Let me get that.
No worries. Dimitri, it'll become your turn, as you're still surrounded in this blinding flurry of freezing fog.
Like, does it count as half movement?
That is a good question. I don't think so. I think it's just obscured.
Okay, I will move out then. I mean, if it did count as half, I'd use my bonus action to.
It doesn't.
Dash
It says it's just heavily obscured. Nothing about
Okay.
difficult.
In which case, I'm gonna take some shots. I'm gonna use my action surge on this one to take 4 shots at it.
Yeah, go
the
for it.
first one I'll make violent. The rest will be normal.
Oh, 12 is a miss.
This is crazy.
16's a miss.
Okay, well, yeah. Hold on. I was just gonna use. Yeah, I'm not even.
So if you roll a 1, if you roll a 1, what happens to your gun? You misfire?
I misfire, and then the DC is 8 plus the DC score, or the misfire score, which is currently 2, which is 10, which I can't. I'll use a luck point for, I guess, both of them. Because I really want to hit this thing. Alright, that was
That's
for the
it.
first one.
That's a hit for sure.
And that would do sneak attack.
I will sneak attack.
Run
I
right
forgot
next
to
to it.
roll, but
The second one is also a hit.
alright, that's the sneak attack. You can get at it either one, so it's
28 on the first one and 21 on the second one.
was 20. The first one's 22 plus 6 is 28, and then 20. So 49 total.
This is making me feel like I need to throw much harder things at you guys, as you as you fire once, twice, just blasting through. Argynvost 2.0 descends from the snow cover.
Yeah, and then I'll I guess bonus action dash to here and grab Rudolph, and then I guess trying to just pick him.
Yeah, you can drag him.
All right, yeah, I'll just drag him half my remaining movement, which is just 5 feet, and then that's.
Cool. The lair is gonna go. Only one strong zombie. This time it appears to the south. It'll come up right here. That'll be fun. As it climbs out of the ground, as Nisha, you're dragging your brother to safety. And then for the lair action. Alright. This great undead dragon roars out and shakes the frozen shards off its body as they fly out as piercing daggers, as jagged ice flies all about. It can strike up to 3 creatures within 120 feet. It's gonna totally try to hit Serva and Dimitri, and Rudolph probably. As they all seem to be very effective at fighting this thing. So these are just attacks at +7.
I think Rudolph is still prone, so wouldn't that have disadvantage if it's
right.
ranged?
Right, indeed. So the first will be at Serva, 23 to hit.
Yeah, yeah.
You never know. Sometimes you guys get massive AC. It's 3d6 piercing.
3d6.
11 piercing.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
It's just going based off who did the most damage, Elward. And I can only choose 3. The next one will be Dimitri. $15 to hit. Dimitri's a miss.
Yes.
And a disadvantage shot at Rudolph. 9's gonna miss. That's the Lair Action. Argynvost is gonna go. Let's see if it recharges. No, it does not. As it screams in pain, it swirls in the air and is gonna move like probably like you imagine you're using your reach, so it's gonna move up kind of next to you. Serva?
Mm.
And it's gonna attempt to I totally forgot about the frightful prods. That's no big deal. We'll ignore that. You guys aren't frightened of it. You wouldn't have, most of you are immune to that anyways, or would have had Serva's aura. But as it tries to get within reach, it tries to slash out at you with its claws. Swinging once, twice, and then as it tries to bat you with its claws, it makes one ferocious bite attack with its its pure white silver dragon skull.
Mm-hmm. That all hits. So that's 28, 46. Oh, 50.
They all hit, even the 16?
Yes, I don't have a shield up at the moment.
Oh. Yeah, indeed. 28 plus 30, 50 points of damage as it strikes into you. And that will be its turn. Houndeville moment is on the ground.
Yep, I don't think it can do anything except for bark and growl and try and jump its measly 5 feet to try and swipe at it.
Sorry about that. This one's gonna go. The Strahd zombie kind of crawls out of the ground. He's gonna try to swipe at, it looks like, Nisha. It's got gangly and awkward limbs. It looks like its arms have kind of been broken multiple times. The first thing it tries to do is just try to claw at you. 12 and 14, and then it tries to.
Yeah, oh wait, no, so I have 16 armor class. 16 armor class? That seems way too high. Oh yeah, 16. 13 plus 3.
Yeah, you cast Mage Armor.
Nice. All right. And then it tries to bite you, and it's this gangly undead corpse that's been resting here for who knows how hundreds of years. Can't touch you. Elward.
I'm like fighting it off. I'm like holding it back with like the staff. Like,
Nice. Keep your distance.
I think the dragon's taking care of what odds heads into that I never say. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna assist the siblings, as it seems like the brother and sister are worse for wears. I'm gonna send Ada over. I'm gonna first fire off a firebolt at the zombie.
Oh yeah, that's definitely it.
And then I'm going to attempt to restrain it.
Yeah, you totally do. You grip into this thing, and it feels like its flesh is quite weak, but you're able to squeeze into it.
Nice. So now it's currently restrained. Okay. I'll give, oh no, if he rolls on that one, he did. I wish I could do something about that, but I'll leave it to the girls. I'm sure they got something. Yep, that's my turn. Kazamir.
At the end of your turn, Argynvost used a legendary action as he kind of flies up a bit and leans back, and his great spined tail, made up of just hundreds of creatures with spiky bones and rib cages kind of poking out, swipes into you, Serva.
Yep. That is a hit.
11 bludgeoning. Casimir's turn.
I'm still up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Death save. That's 2 fails.
Okay, at least it wasn't in that one. That's the kicker.
Nisha's turn.
Let's see. Seeing the yeah, Nisha will cast. I was clicked that by accident, but that actually kind of works out. Nisha will cast mirror image.
Very nice. You seem to like split and divide as 3 other images of you kind of blur into shape, and you're just slowly moving around in unison.
And cast the action. Yeah. Can't cast another Hound of Ill Omen, although that would be cool. So I guess I'll pass.
Yeah. Rudolph's being slowly dragged away by Dimitri. What does he do?
He's gonna spend half his movement to get up, and then move 15 feet here. Man. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to reach Casimir no matter what he does, and he's almost down, so he's going to cast Cure Wounds on him at 4th level. And then yeah, that's about all he's got at the moment, so that's
Cool. At the end of your turn, Argynvost has kind of regained its flying balance, and it does this flying roundhouse kick thing with its tail as the bony tail smacks towards you again, Serva.
Yep.
Oh, but that's a fumble. Maybe it had not regained its flying balance. Didn't roll high enough, just a miss. Winrel, your turn.
Alright, I am gonna move away from this giant ass pack of people. It's a death trap. And I will, luckily I just leveled for that long rest, cast Mass Cure Wound.
Nice. It's like everything within 60 feet? Are the creatures within your choice within 60 feet?
Right.
Oh, because you're 40 feet up too.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 40 feet up.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. Can I move?
Yeah,
I
of
would
course.
have moved
Of
close
course.
enough.
Of course.
Yeah. I think that's probably would do it. I can do the math. 40 feet.
Indeed, 40 feet up.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yep. Dave said
Excellent.
I'm good.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you.
What does this look like as you kind of move to an advantage point and this radiant spell affects everyone?
I'll just like jazz hand my 12 fingers and just have bright sunlight like kind of stream out from between them.
Very nice. He heals up a good bit. Casimir comes back to life as he's just about to die.
And that is
Serva becomes your turn. Oh no, at the end of Winrel's turn, it's going to use Argynvost is going to try one final time and use its last legendary to just swipe you out of the sky.
Gotcha.
Oh, sorry, that's the second time I've done that. This time.
That does hit, but I'm
Nice.
appreciate that win run. Yeah, probably best to just go ham. So I'm gonna shift about a bit. I'll stay in range, kind of go over here, take his attention away from everyone else. Bonus action. Sorry, what?
Oh, I'm gonna give you my GM inspiration for your first attack.
Appreciate it. Bonus action, I'm gonna cast Divine Favor. Playing Yahtzee at this point.
Nice.
So I'll do an extra D4 Radiant on attack. And I'll make that first attack with advantage thanks to Elward.
$20 is a hit.
Ah, thank goodness. And let's do a level 1 smite on. So 3d8. Yeah, just ignoring the radiant, so that's 15 radiant on top of that.
Smash into the beast once more. It's looking pretty rough. Still flying and hovering about, but huge chunks of mismatched flesh kind of tumbling down below. Maybe you see the hound kind of
And-
snapping the flesh out of the air as it falls upon him.
Let's go one more.
That's a hit.
And let's do a level 2. So 21. Oh, did you say something? I can't hear you.
As you strike down with your hammer, your halberd with silver light guiding its way, you hear laughter from the great spirit of Argynvost as the creature explodes and rotted, tangled flesh of so many lost lives just splatter all across the battlefield as the silver dragon skull flutters to the ground and lands still upon the ice.
Oh. I think with that, I'll just kind of look smugly at it for a second, and then just descend back down, and just kind of land.
Good hit.
Oh man,
We're saying turn right?
we still got that one zombie to deal with.
Yeah, you got one little zombie.
Yeah, I'll
Casimir's
move.
not dying. Oh, never mind. Got you.
Yeah, bonus action.
Oh, I need I need an acrobatics check as you dash across the ice.
Oh, okay. Okay. Where's acrobat?
That's plenty fine.
Okay. I'm rolling so low tonight. Jeez. All right, yeah, 2 because I'm out of bullets right now, so I'm gonna take 2 swings at the sunset.
Go for it. Describe the kill.
Yeah, just like run around behind it, and just like stab it right through the back of the head. So just like this, the sun sword comes out its mouth, and then yeah, and then that's my turn. Because I can't take an action. I'll use my second action to load my gun, just in case more zombies come. But
No more come as the battlefield goes silent. There's a calm and a peace. As you look around and you make sure everyone's alive, you see that all of your fellows are breathing, still living, thanks to the magic and the bravery you all have inside.
and then that's for Casimir. Rudolph will finish moving over.
I'd like to retrieve the skull.
You look down upon this huge, just beautiful white skull of a silver dragon of Argynvost. It's quite large. It's huge skull. It's about 200 pounds in weight and quite awkward. It's massive, a big old huge skull. It looks like you could drag it over the ice though. I'm sure you're strong enough to drag it.
Yeah, I'll just be dragging it.
Rudolph will move over to Serva when she gets over with the skull, and he'll cast a Cure Wounds on Serva.
Appreciate it.
And then on the skull, just because it looked like necromantic magic and everything, he's going to cast a Remove Curse on the.
As he does so, you see like a little bit of holy light kind of sprinkle around it, but no visible effect. It doesn't look like anything has been removed. But maybe as you drag it a bit, you see this green-shaped gem, this large seed of a gem kind of spill out of the skull. Very similar to the magic seeds you've found so far, the one in Babala Saga's hut and the one at Yester Hill.
Oh. There's 2 quests in 1.
Wait, does that mean Strahd took the friggin' seed himself? I don't get it.
It seems like he took it so he could make this abomination.
He was all butthurt that he didn't have his precious champagne.
The devil's not exactly very smart. Well, I can't thank you all enough for what you've done.
No, you're well.
Get your organization to help us defeat Strahd.
Aye. We just gotta bring this back now.
As you kind of look about, the spirit once more speaks to you in kind of your inner ear, Serva. Please, chosen, return me to the manor so the beacon may be lit. However, the devil's instruments of my wrongdoing lies below. Our ancient throne has been warped and distorted. Make sure that such as the fate I have seen can happen to no one again.
It won't. The devil will be destroyed. I will fix everything. Whatever it takes.
The spirit seems to go quiet.
Well, it's a long trek back. But bringing this back should do the trick.
I think that could have gone much worse.
That it could. And you all were worried about what this cloak might do.
Well, I'm still a bit worried about what the cloak might do, but it has proven useful. That's
Didn't you make a deal in there?
no.
All right.
As you begin to drag the skull away from this battlefield, you do notice the great throne kind of throbbing with a silver light. It seems to be emanating a bit of peace about this area, as maybe the great creature, the great battle that happened can finally be at an end. But we'll call session there.
Yay.
Yeah,
Hey.
good job.
That's a big one.
Yeah, we gotta get the fuck off this mountain so I can actually do something other than 4 damage with a.
Yeah.
I cast nothing but ice. Let's go to the coldest place in Barovia.
Pretty much. I'm just like, yeah, Ice Dragon, this is gonna go well.
I mean, at least it did.
Yeah, well, I mean that's
I mean,
you gotta roll with the punches when you make the choices, right?
your dog did help knock him out of the air. So.
That's true. The dog actually helped a lot.
That's true. That was clutch, yeah.
I mean, I was hoping it would be on the ground for longer, but those damn legendary actions.
Oh man, yeah, I'm right behind you, Elward. What you said you're what, like 90 off or something? I'm like.
I'm sure Davian Mardukov is going to be super happy that we got all 3 seeds back.
Yeah. 2 birds, 1 stone. Or
Yeah, we gotta like hightail it back there and without any random encounters. So Elward can.
Yeah, you complete all the what do you call that? Golden eggs? The collection of the golden egg quest.
Found all the Easter eggs.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, if the Mardukovs weren't already on our side, willing to help, I'm sure returning the 3 of 3 seeds is definitely going to help change the.
that, now we got the Argus Vault with us.
Yeah, I was going to say, hopefully that changes. What's his name? The
Morngard.
I'm kind of be pissed if it does that I took this stupid curse for nothing. Like, oh, I'll take a curse forever. 15 minutes later, oh, problem solved. We got the skull.
That's right. At least yours, you can cast it 3 times whenever you want. I got 10 days, whether we have fights or not.
Yeah, this is true.
Dimitri is just gonna be like, no long rest.
No
long rest. Let's go.
It's already been 2 days.
I know.
You're on the 2nd day. I mean,
I only got 8 days left, and I was like, when I got hit with the ice storm, I was like, cool. I have that legendary resistance basically, and then you're like, con save. I was like,
I'm sorry.
Come on!
I was hoping to get to use that zombie breath more than once. I thought that was such a cool breath.
Yeah, I double checked on the cone thing, and D&D did make it easy where they made the cones. What the end width is always however long the cone. So if it's a 15-foot cone, it's 15 feet. If it's 60, it's 60. So
Oh, that's true. We don't have like a wagon or anything.
Yeah, man. Remember when being blind was the biggest of your worries? Those
Yeah.
are like that's like child's play now.
I know. I'm glad I'm not blind though, because I was. If I couldn't get unblind, I was like, "There's no way I could play a blind gunslinger. It's gonna be shooting on my friend."
It'd be a fun time.
Debichi is just gonna become a wino at the Blue Water.
Yeah, when you slay a dragon, what's the next step generally? What do you usually find with a dragon slayed? But wonder if that exists here or not.
Fatty treasure.
Maybe the throne has some.
Maybe, but let it recover a bit. Yeah, I didn't think we'd take care of that. So that was fun.
Yeah, I wanted to run after that first breath. I was like, oh, we gotta go. I was like, banish this thing and get the F out of here.
I was gonna say, I think this has been a very productive trip into the mountains so far, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys have accomplished a ton and grown a lot and acquired a lot and changed yourself for better or for worse. Story-wise, it's been pretty awesome too. You guys have made a lot of character progression in your individual stories.
And we finally shut Casimir up. So
Yeah.
He was down for the whole fight.
With all the stuff we
Yeah,
fought,
stoked about that fireball. I was like, fireball, yay! Oh.
with all the stuff we fought so far, I'm like the most happy that nobody has died on the mountain thus far. You know, knock on wood.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought without a doubt that the Arcanoloth was going to get at least one player, and then I was almost dead certain that Dragon was going to get at least one player too. But no, you guys are surviving. Not pulling punches either. You guys are just playing well, and it's going well.
This harsh landscape, it's made us more resilient.
Yeah. And those super nice fancy like pimp cloaks y'all have is making dragons roll fumbles. It got distracted and jealous by the super cool cloaks.
And my dog falling on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always the bane of having so many attack rolls that you're just more prone to crit fails and crit successes.
Right.
But
The fight was very lucky.